In this video we're going to learn how to use the having clause or having statement. This statement is used when you want to basically extract or filter out grouped results. So let's take a look at this in action so that will become a little more clear meaning. So we will use the same database as before. Let's do right click here and edit top 200 rows. This is what it looks like. We have, as you can see, departments and then salespeople and then sales amounts. Right, at this point, let's do this. Type use my DBase and then select. Okay, and let's do the aliasing as before. So department name and then as department. And now type, remember, because we're grouping, we have to have some kind of function that aggregates or adds things together per department. So we're going to do sum, and then you're going to do sales amount, and then close it as sales amount, and then from dbo.table from sales amount, and then from dbo.table number 2, like that. See, there you go. Alright, so if you run this code, of course, see it doesn't work because the message in this particular case says is invalid in select list because it does not contain neither an aggregate function or the group by clause. There you go. Alright, so now let's add the next line. The next line, as before, will group by department name. So when you run this code, now we get results, and the results are grouped by department name, and specifically we find the total sales for the sedan sales department and the total sales for the truck sales department. Alright, so that is in place. Now, the next step, we're going to do this. Now that we have the data grouped by department, we will extract only those departments that meet a certain total sales amount. So we're going to type having, and again, just to show you how this works, you can do it right here. Sum, and then put in sales amount, like that. Having sales amount, and now remember we learned about the between, so we'll do it this way. Between, okay, 500,000 and say 950,000, like that. There you go. So let's run this code, and as you can see, there's only one department. In our case, it's obvious, it's the truck sales department. And of course, if we had multiple departments that satisfied this condition, we could type order by, and then as before, say department name, like this. Okay, when you run this one, in our case, excuse me, in our case, this doesn't make a difference because there's only a single department, right? What if we change this so that it says having sum of the sales amount less than, for example, 1,500,000. So there you go. So let's run this one. Now it returns both of them. Or if you want, what if we did greater than, say, 1,000,000 or 100,000 rather? So let's make that 1,000,000, like that. Execute that, and as you can see, there's only one department in this case. So the big idea with the having clause or statement is that this is applied after grouping has been applied. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. It's applied after grouping has been applied. So it acts on the bulk amounts. Alright, what if you wanted to include a where, just to make the query as sophisticated as possible? You can still go with where sales amount, okay, say between 500,000 and, actually let's make it this way, between 220,000, it's a little late, I've been working all day, and say 280,000. Alright, there you go. Well, let's take a look. Let's run this. And there's only that group here, you see? So let's make sure you understand what this is saying. This is saying you're going to use my DBase. You're going to select the department name, LA as department, select the sales amount, but you're going to sum the sales amount per department. However, the records that are incorporated into the sum are the ones where the sales amount is between 220 and 280. So if we restrict this condition, so let's say only 265, like that, run this code, then nothing satisfies that anymore, you see? Whereas if we relax the condition by making it larger on the upper end, like that, then we'll execute that, and now it's back. Alright? Then we will group by the department name. Now in this case, only a single department satisfies the next condition, which is the sum per department has to exceed $1 million for the results to display, and at the end you order by it also. Okay? So if you had 10 departments, this would order the departments for us. There you go. So this is a fairly sophisticated query that incorporates a lot of different functionality. So remember, there's a logic to the way these are structured, so that you use it first, you select the columns, you then select the records, then you group, so that means you collapse several records into a single record that represents the bulk behavior of that selection of records. In this case, the bulk behavior, so to speak, is by department. Then once you have them collapsed, then you select again, but only those departments that satisfy the condition of being more than $1 million, and then at the end you rearrange them still, okay, according to department name, which in this case is very simple. Alright, so I will leave it at this. I've put the PDF of this code in the sidebar, and as always, type the query please, execute the query one little piece at a time so you can feel absolutely confident that you truly understand what this code is doing, okay? And do it very sequentially so that it's super clear. Alright, and that is it. So thanks very much, and I will see you in another video.